الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له صلاة إن الحمد لله تعالى نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله تعالى فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Al-Imam Ibn Majah and others collected a hadith on the authority of Abu Ayyub al-Ansari radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He said that a man came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and told him, Ya Rasulullah, عظني وأوجز. Give me an advice, but be very concise. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إذا قمت إلى الصلاة فصلي صلاة مودع. When you are about to perform your prayer, perform it as if it is your last. ولا تكلم بكلام تعتذر منه غدا. And beware of a statement that you will have to come around and apologize for. وأجمع الإياس مما في أيدي الناس. Don't look at what people have. Wash your hand off of what people have. Rather look at what Allah has for you in store. We'll leave the first and the last advice, and then we, inshallah ta'ala, share some thoughts about the middle advice from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, وَلَا تَكَلَّمْ بِكَلَامٍ تَعْتَذِرُ مِنْهُ غَدًا. Beware of a statement that you will have to come around and apologize for. Statement is what the tongue produces. And a statement is usually a double-edged sword, very sharp from both ends. It could be extremely beneficial, but it could also be extremely detrimental. Beware of a statement. Statement like what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا. They said that Allah ta'ala has a son, a statement. قالت اليهود عزير ابن الله. the Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah, a statement. وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله. The Christians said that Isa alayhi salam is the son of Allah, a statement. Extremely detrimental statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was also accused by the Arabs. They said, Allah ta'ala takhadha min al-malaikati inatha, that he had daughters and he chose them from amongst the angels as daughters of his, a statement. The Prophet ﷺ warned the Sahaba from the danger of a statement. Also disciplined those around him about the statement. Abu Dharr al-Ghifari insulted Bilal radiyallahu anil jami', and he said to him, Ya ibn Sawda, you son of a black woman. Bilal came complaining to the Prophet ﷺ about what? The statement of Abu Dharr al-Ghifari. Prophet ﷺ immediately addressed it. And he said to Abu Dharr, إِنَّكَ مْرُؤٌ فِيكَ جَاهِلِيَّةٌ. Abu Dharr, you are still carrying with you the baggage from the era of ignorance that Islam came to abolish many of the characteristics of that era. One of them is insulting someone because of his skin color, because of his lineage, because of his looks. Even if he has to do with his wife's, Prophet ﷺ would not hesitate to straighten that out. Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha fi halati ghayra, at a moment of a jealousy, when the Prophet ﷺ mentioned his other wife, Safiya radiyallahu anhum jami'an, she said, وَمَا لَكَ فِي صَفِيَّ إِلَّا كَذَا وَكَذَا إِنَّهَا قَصِيرَةٌ. She said, what do you really see in Safiya? She's a short lady. He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لَقَدْ قُلْتِ كَلِمَةً لَوْ مُزِجَتْ بِمَاءِ الْبَحْرِ لَمَزَجَتْهُ. He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the statement, again, statement that you've made, if you were to mix it with the water of all of the oceans, it would have messed up the chemistry of all the oceans. A statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala records most of our deeds as statements. The majority of our communications or our deeds is based on communications we have with others, meaning statements. Beware of a statement. Umar ibn Abdulhadi used to say, من كان يعد كلامه من عمله قل كلامه إلا فيما ينفعه. He says, those who are aware of the fact that their statements they represent the majority of their deeds, they will be very careful not to open their mouth except in times and in statements that are beneficial for them, meaning whatever is going to go in a positive records for you. And that would be the statement that comes out. The danger of a statement could destroy a person's this world, his life in this world, and in the next. The Prophet ﷺ reported the story between two friends, very close friend, during the time of Banu Israel. And one of them was a very devout person for as-salah, for the ibadah, the acts of worship. But his friend isn't. So he was always on his friend's case. Let's go to the masjid, let's go pray, let's do this. When he sees him doing something wrong, why are you doing this? Stop doing that. At a moment he was in a foul mood, as usual he goes to his friend and he says, let's go to the masjid. He says, you know what? Leave me be. Allah Ta'ala did not send you to be a guardian over me. Leave me be. Immediately at that moment the righteous one, as if he was so offended to the reaction of his friend, he says, Wallahi la yaghfirullahu lak. He says, by Allah, Allah will not forgive you, because you are going off track constantly and you don't even want to repent, to his view. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to the prophet of his area to go to him and say to him, I had forgiven all of his friends' sins, وَأَحْبَطْتُ عَمَلَكَ, and I've nullified all of your acts of worship. All of it is nullified. مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَتَأَلَّى عَلَيَّ, who appointed you to be a speaker and a spokesperson on my behalf, on behalf of Allah? Nobody can, never a statement. Beware of a statement. The danger of it is very extreme. The Prophet ﷺ had someone came to him and he says, Ya Rasulullah, this lady in Medina, qawwamatun sawwama, she is excessive when it comes to fasting, doesn't just occasionally fast. Excessive when it comes to qiyam al-layl, not just occasionally, but all the time fasting, all the time qiyam. Meaning she's literally representing the elite of those who are devoted to the worship of Allah Ta'ala. لكنها تؤذي جيرانها بلسانها. However, they said, she is very harmful to her neighbors with her statements again. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, again, this is not something that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would speak out of a whim, but this is rather a verdict coming from Allah through Jibreel to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to be delivered to the person who is reporting to him the case of this lady. He says, hiya fi nar. Very scary. He says, she is in hellfire. Meaning what? We could really be excellent with all forms of acts of worship, fasting, mashallah, hajj every year, umrah, Quran, qiyam. This is your tie with Allah. Beautiful. This department is checked in the form of excellence. Check, 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 all of it. However, when you deal with others, you render all of your hard work null and void. Null and void. And this is the case that the Prophet ﷺ gave you and I as a gauge. This is the standard you pay attention to. Easy to run our mouth when it comes to dissing others, when it comes to looking down on others by our statements. But we never have the guts to look into ourselves with our statements. And we say, I am short of the mark in this area, and that area, and that area. If we were to really turn our focus into our own selves, we won't have the time to make statement about anyone else but about ourselves. And that's the case. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to call you and I and put you and I on the stand for accountability about what others are doing, rather about what we collected as deeds. This is why when Mu'adh asked the Prophet ﷺ and asked him, Ya Rasulullah, are we going to be held accountable for what we say? أَوَ مُؤَاخَذُونَ بِمَا نَقُولُ. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, تَكِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ يَا مُعَادٍ. He says, may your mother lose you. An expression, not that he's making a dua against him, but it's an Arabic expression saying, have sense in your head, some sense. وَهَلْ يَكُبُّ النَّاسِ. Have you not known that the majority of people are going to be thrown and cast in hellfire as a result of what their tongue collected? إِلَّا حَصَائِدُ أَلْسِنَتِهِمْ. These are facts. We overlook all of it. Look, a statement is a beautiful thing. As detrimental and dangerous the statement is, it is also a beautiful gift from Allah. The most beautiful statement is Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. A statement. With it, people will come under the fold of the beautiful religion of Islam that Allah Ta'ala chose for mankind. A statement. Without it, the person is outside that fold of the beautiful guidance from Allah Ta'ala. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. A statement. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, khayrukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allama. The best from amongst you is the one who learns the Qur'an and teach it to others. How do you receive that teaching of the Qur'an? Statement. How do you deliver it and teach it to others? Statement. And then you get the hasanat. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Kalimatan. Ikhwani, what time is the Iqamah? At 2. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, 2 statements. They're easy on the tongue, heavy on your scale of hasanat with Allah, and the most beloved to Allah to hear. Allah loves to hear those statements. Subhanallah wa bihamdih, Subhanallah al-Azim. How difficult is it? Sweet, easy. That's why he says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they're easy on the tongue, not difficult. But they're heavy when it comes to the handsome reward Allah Ta'ala put on that statement. And you will see the reward with that in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يعلمنا وإياكم من أمر ديننا ما جهلنا ويرزقنا وإياكم الأدب ما علمنا أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين له الحمد الحسن والثناء الجميل وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له يقول الحق وهو يهدي السبيل وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what we are able of doing. We have the ability to make good statements, bad statements. Our statements that come out of our mouth, they could be gentle, could be encouraging, they could be kind, could be sweet, they could be bitter, they could be hurtful, they could be discouraging, they could be encouraging. All of them statements. Allah Ta'ala directed you and I to a very, very beneficial tijara, business. What is that? وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِي يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. If you were to imagine the analogy of this ayah, imagine somebody has a shop. Let's say a shop where he sells cell phones. Cell phones are not always in the same grades. Some of them are better than others. You walk into the shop and you say, give me the best cell phone you have. Meaning, when you say the best, that means that the best you have. I don't want the middle, I don't want the lower grade, I want the best. Similarly, you and I have all of those degrees of statements we make. Allah Ta'ala says, always choose the best statement at any given circumstance, with everybody, anywhere, anytime. Why? Beware when you have that as a concept that is well digested, that every statement I make is an investment for me. I'm not saying a good statement to impress, but it is a business that I do with Allah. Guess what happens? اعمل لوجه واحد يكفيك كل الوجوه. Whenever you focus on one target, it will suffice everything and everyone else. What is that target? Pleasing Allah. At any given time, because Allah Ta'ala gave you one heart, not zillion hearts, that you have to disperse around the zillion people that you deal with all the time. Only one heart. So you cannot really satisfy everyone likes and dislikes. But you can satisfy one direction, and that is the direction of Allah, and Allah will take care of everyone else.
And this is why it is extremely important for us to pay attention to a statement. This is where it starts. قُلْ لِعِبَادِي يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. Always choose the best statement you have at any given time. And beware that the statement is what will take you up or drop you so down. Abu Huraira, when he commented on the statement of the one who says, Wallahi la yaghfirullahu lak. He said to his friend, Allah will not forgive you. He said, Abu Huraira said, he made a statement that destroyed his life in this world and also with Allah in the next. We're not aware of those things. وَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيَقُولُ الْكَلِمَةِ. The Prophet ﷺ says many times, most of us will blur a statement without paying attention to how far of a danger that statement would represent for us. Because it makes Allah Ta'ala angry, and as a result He says, يُلْقَى بِهَا فِي جَهَنَّمَ سَبْعِينَ خَرِيفًا. He ended up in the depth of hellfire 70 years deep as a result of a statement. وَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ. On the other hand, a man will make a statement, but لكن من رضا الله, that is pleasing to Allah. It will be the reason for him to end up in Al-Jannah, in Al-Jannah. And I will close with this. Today is a Friday. The Prophet ﷺ said that there is an hour, the very last hour of Friday. The Islamic calendar starts the 24 hours by sunset, not by midnight. Not 1 a.m. is the a.m. No, in Islam, the calendar starts by sunset. Meaning this coming sunset is going to be Saturday. Meaning the end, the last hours of Friday is going to be right before Maghrib. He says, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, آخر ساعة. The very last hour. Meaning if you were to focus on the time between Asr and Maghrib, which is in winter time, very short. Very short. Take the time out. He says, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, هذه ساعة استجابة. This is an open window, in this time, is an open window for you and I directly with Allah Ta'ala. Any supplication you have will be granted. ساعة استجابة. However, لا يوفق لها إلا موفق. Although we might very well know this treasure, only those whom Allah Ta'ala want good for will take advantage of it. Have yourself, your family, focus on that very hour, meaning clear your whole week as a laser focus for that hour. Maybe between Asr and Maghrib, make it a family habit. Cell phones are off, obligations are off, everything. What do? Time with you and Allah, your time with Allah. All of your supplications are bound to being answered around that time. Between Asr and Maghrib, be in the masjid if you need to. Be at home but secluded, away, cut off from any obligations and any distractions. Focus, that is a time of istijabah. The Prophet ﷺ, again, most of it is going to be statements, dua to Allah, read Quran, make dua, istighfar, name anything you want, name it right there, toss it before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. تجد الله غفورا رحيما. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعلمنا وإياكم من أمر ديننا ما جهلنا ويرزقنا وإياكم الأدب مما علمنا. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم اجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. اللهم قنا الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا. رب آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. اللهم اغفر لنا خطأنا وعمدنا وجدنا وهزلنا وكل ذلك عندنا. وأقم الصلاة.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, we'd like to thank Imam Abu Anas Abdulhadi to come from Masjid Al Furqan in Melbourne and be with us and give such a beautiful khutbah. We have started a new Hifz program in the weekdays, Monday through Thursday for children. It's after Isha at 7 p.m. Qualified teachers with Ijaza and Tajweed. Sister Riham will be the teacher. So please register your children for the Hifz program. She's also accepting the beginners for Nurani as well. And she'll be giving the Ijaza to the children when they complete the program. As you know, Care Florida hosting the banquet at Rosen Central Hotel in Orlando tomorrow. Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, Sister Khalila Ali, will be the keynote speaker for the evening. Please attend the banquet and support CARE in their fight for our civil rights. Please attend the AMCC weekly programs as well. Tomorrow morning, join us on the Feeding the Hungry program in Orlando. Please arrive at ICNA Relief Center at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be packaging the food and we'll go and distribute on the streets to the homeless people. Bring your children along with you. It's very important for them to learn how the people are suffering in your own neighborhoods. Inshallah, next Friday, Penny Appeal is doing a comedy show with all Muslim women comedians in Orlando. Title is Wallah, She's Funny. If you like to go to the show, you can stop by at their table outside. Brother Ibrahim Zaki is here and he's going to help you, and you can go to wallahshe'sfunny.com to buy the tickets. AMCC Women Wing are doing a ladies fitness food and fun day. It's going to be on December 8th at the Writers Park, right across from 434, across the Longwood police station. Bring a healthy snack for taste test to win a prize. There'll be games, sports, and fun and prizes. And mark your calendar for Friday, December 13. Director of Development of Yaqeen Institute, Brother Hudayfa Shukrat, will be doing an evening program, Societal Effects of a Confident Muslim. Dinner will be served. And the next day on December 14, Brother Riyadh will take a AMCC youths to the bowling at Sanford Lanes in Sanford. So bring your friends and family along. Contact him for the details. Please check our websites for the details of all these programs and sign up for the newsletter if you have not already signed up. Assalamu alaikum.